Listen, here I have in front of me is the ROG Ally X, which is the current window king, versus the MSI Claw 7AI Plus, which is a beast, right? Comparing these two handhelds is like comparing a Dodge Hellcat versus a Mercedes-Benz AMG, right? Say the 550. Now, the Hellcat is going to take off on the AMG all day, but in the long run, when it comes to that cruise and that luxury and just feeling, good about your ride and enjoying it, that's the ROG Ally X. If someone put a gun to my head and said pick one, I'm gonna pick the ROG Ally X, and I have both. And the reason why is because of luxury things that come with it. It's AMD, so you're gonna get that Radeon image sharpening, you're gonna get that Radeon super resolution, you're gonna get that AFMF, which they just updated the driver to the 2.1 edition, which runs flawlessly. I wish I could run some tests for you guys, but I'm pretty sure T-Pen or one of them guys, they got some tests going on. But the Claw, raw performance, is going to skirt on the ROG X 10 times out of 10. And Far Cry, you get as much as 10 to 15 frames per second. Older titles like Max Payne 3, you getting like 30 more frames per second. The Mafia 2, which is one of my favorite titles, you get more than 30 frames per second. And on an average, there's probably about 20 more frames per second. Now, where does those frames per second...
Hello, can I help you, gentlemen?
Yes, my friend here is in need of a new suit. We are playing on the riverboat this evening.
Excellent. Well, you'll find all my inventory in the catalog here. Might I suggest the fine three-piece town suit, sir? Perfect for the occasion, I'd say.
46. Come into play. Well, when you're trying to get that VRR to lock in between 48 and 60, you're going to always get that VRR to lock in on the MSI Claw 7 AI. On the ROG Ally X, some titles at high settings and at 1920, you just like getting right there, like 41, 42, sometimes 44. You're getting real close. Like the ROG Ally X is real close to just excellence, but it's just missing by a little bit. As to where the MSI Claw is going to get you to excellence. Red Dead Redemption in high settings, you're going to get 51 frames per second, 55, sometimes 60 on like high settings, not low settings, on low settings all day. And this is without FSR. You turn on FSR, then you're through the roof. So yeah, if you're picking between the two, I don't know. I would probably still go with the ROG Ally X. I'm a power hungry dude, so I'm gonna go with the MSI Claw 7 AI overall. Sorry, not overall ROG Ally X, but just in a drag race, I'm gonna go with the Claw. Anyway, this is Coach Sensei over here with Sensei Athletic, signing on, signing out. You know the rest. All right. 50 frames per second on the Intel Core 7. Good. There's some other tests out here that that's pretty pretty misleading. Show you guys real quick here. Yeah, this guy right here. Channel is AMD APU Gaming. And you can kind of see, if you look at the wattage. Look at the watts. Where are the watts at? Okay, yeah. So 47. This guy's pulling 48 watts here, then 30. Now, I mean, that's if you get a Intel 15 more watts, then that half the FPS. Would that put the ARC 140 at 49? I don't know why I called it the ARC 257 earlier. Yeah, no, that's right, 140. So yeah, this guy got a couple tests out here, and like I said, it's a little bit misleading because nobody's looking at the watts. So they're looking at these tests and they're going, oh, okay, the HX 370 is a little bit faster. Like, no, pound for pound, the ARC is pulling off. Anyway, I digress.